Thank you. You all may be seated. Miss Cassidy, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
We were married for several years, and he adopted my son from my first marriage, which meant my first husband relinquished all rights, and he doesn't want to take care of the child anymore, now that we're divorced.
Okay, sir, is there a reason you don't want to take care of your son?
Well, he's not my son.
Well, yes, he is. You adopted him.
I thought I was in love with her. I just wanted to please her.
So you didn't really love the child at all, your son? Because he is your son, just so we're clear. You're not going to be able to say things like, it's not my child. You adopted this child legally. This is your child.
Well, he's not blood. He's her son. He's not my blood son. He's a redhead.
What does it have to do with anything, the color of his hair?
Kids.
What does the color of his hair have to do with
I
anything?
just always think redhead kids.
Okay. How did the two of you meet?
Well, I had been divorced several years, and I'm a farmer.
All right, folks, get ready because this courtroom showdown is about to get intense. The scene opens with high-stakes cinematic music as Judge Fonda Bailey takes her seat, setting the stage for what promises to be a fiery legal battle. The energy in the room is electric. Enter Miss Cassidy, calm on the surface but clearly fired up. She wastes no time laying out her case. Her ex-husband voluntarily adopted her son from a previous marriage, but now, after their divorce, he's turning his back and refusing to support the child he once promised to raise as his own. Then the ex-husband speaks up, and things quickly spiral. He coldly dismisses any responsibility, claiming, "He's not my biological son." The courtroom gasps, but Judge Fonda Bailey, she isn't having it. With authority, she shoots down that argument, reminding him and the entire courtroom that adoption isn't just a symbolic gesture. It's a binding legal responsibility, just as real as biological parenthood. The tension is sky high, and trust me, we've only just scratched the surface.
Yes, he's a farmer.
Ma'am, I will give you your opportunity to speak in just a moment, okay? Go ahead, sir.
So my friends took me out to a club. I call it a memory clinic.
Okay.
To a memory clinic for my birthday. And that's where I met her. And she strapped it to me. And I fell in love with her that night.
You fell in love enough to adopt her son?
Because I thought I was in love.
Okay.
And so we got married, and she told me to adopt her kid.
Okay, you adopted the child.
Yes.
And you're here today because she wants you to
Pay child support.
pay child support and take care of your
He
child.
was more of a ballerina than he is a boy.
What do you mean by a ballerina?
I don't want the kid. He's
Sir, you adopted this child.
well, let his own father adopt him.
Yeah. Wait a minute. His father terminated his rights and you adopted this child.
Well, she can talk.
I'm not about to play this game with you, sir. Mr. Cassidy. We're not doing that today, okay? This is your child. You legally adopted the child. And you can be legally responsible for paying child support as well.
Well, his first dad gave up his rights. How come I can't give up my rights?
Well, you know what? We're not doing it today. Today, you're going to take care of this child, okay?
Okay, well.
And you're not going to give him up because...
Now, here's where it gets really juicy. The ex-husband drops a bombshell. He admits he only adopted the child to please Miss Cassidy, not because he actually cared about the kid. And then, just when we think it can't get any worse, he calls the child a ballerina and starts complaining about the kid's red hair. Yes, you heard that right. He's out here acting like the color of the child's hair somehow has anything to do with being a parent. Miss Cassidy reveals that she even dyed the child's hair in an attempt to make him more acceptable to her ex. Can you believe that? The judge is visibly frustrated, and honestly, so are we. This guy's excuses are beyond shallow, and it's clear he's more concerned with his own issues than the well-being of the child. The courtroom is done with him, and it's only getting more intense from here.
No.
No.
Sir, Mr. Cassidy, how much money do you make a year?
Approximately 83.
83,000. And ma'am, now to you. What does this mean, farmer?
I'd rather not go into detail.
Okay. $83,000 a year, and sir, you said How many other children do you have?
I have two.
Two. Okay. So you have 3 kids
Not
total.
related either.
Sir, the color of their hair should not affect whether or not you decide to be a father to those children versus your adopted son. You understand?
I understand.
Okay. Well, as long as you understand. I have
Judge?
your gross. Yes, ma'am.
So I've dyed the little boy's hair now. So
What color is his hair now, ma'am?
his hair is the same color of his now.
And you all are aware that the color of this child's hair doesn't matter in terms of the financial responsibility, right?
I understand that, but he doesn't, so I'm just trying to make it to where he
I don't
likes
like
his son.
You know what? It is ridiculous she even had to dye the child's hair to even make you receive any type of comfort, sir. That's ridiculous. Now, at $83,000 a year, I have your gross at $6,916.67.
Wow.
Who carries health insurance for this child?
I do.
How much is it for the child only?
$230 a month.
$230. Okay, so you're going to reimburse that to her monthly. Yes, you are. And your net comes out to $5,482.80.
Oh.
Yes. What? Do we need to call an ambulance? You okay?
Yeah, maybe an ambulance might help me.
Okay. Well, right now I'm getting ready to help you with these numbers, okay? Giving you credit for the other children that you have. Your child support obligation is $808.72 plus the health insurance reimbursement of $230 a month. That makes your monthly obligation $1,038.72.
Okay, that's not.
Okay, you can afford it. It's 83. You make $83,000, sir.
The judge cuts straight to the chase, calculating child support based on the ex-husband's income of $83,000 a year. She comes up with a monthly support amount of $88.75, plus an additional $230 for health insurance. Of course, the ex-husband isn't pleased. He starts whining about his farming overhead costs, as if that's a valid excuse for avoiding responsibility for his own child. Miss Cassidy tries to request back pay for missed support, but the judge calmly points out that it wasn't included in the paperwork, so she can't award it. The ex-husband's sarcastic comments about his farming struggles only make matters worse. But the judge is having none of it. She firmly reminds him that regardless of his complaints, he is legally obligated to support his child, and no amount of whining will change that. Just when you think this case couldn't get any crazier, Miss Cassidy throws out a wild suggestion. Maybe the ex-husband could avoid paying child support by remarrying her. The judge actually laughs at this one, but quickly clears things up, reminding everyone that this isn't a reunification court. She dismisses the case and orders the ex-husband to pay up. Yet, even with the ruling, the ex-husband's attitude remains dismissive and unapologetic. It's clear he just doesn't get it, and probably never will. The segment ends with a mix of humor and frustration, leaving us all shaking our heads at his sheer audacity. Then, lawyer Vonda Bailey steps in to break it all down for us. She explains the legal implications of step-parent adoption under Texas law, emphasizing that adopting a child is a lifelong responsibility, even after divorce. Bailey encourages viewers to subscribe and share their own stories, reminding us that these cases aren't just about legalities, they're about the lives of children. The segment wraps up with an educational message, tying the emotional drama of the case to its broader legal context. Honestly, after watching this, you'll never look at child support cases the same way again.